Hello guys, welcome back to our channel GuruKulam. Today we are here for session 16, that is WHO, World Health Organization. So let's start this session. United Nations specialized agencies. We are having 5 United Nations specialized agencies. Those are World Bank, World Health Organization, World Food Program, UNESCO and UNICEF. So we have already discussed World Bank in our previous lecture. Now today we will discuss WHO. So let's start. World Health Organization, WHO, which is specialized agency of UN and responsible for international public health. So this WHO constitution, which establishes the agency's governing structure and principles, states its main objective as the attainment by all peoples of a highest possible level of health. Also, it is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It has 6 semi-autonomous regional offices and 150 field offices worldwide. So here you need not to learn this semi-autonomous regional office or field office. It is just for your information. Important things are WHO is World Health Organization, an agency of UN. Also, its primary role is to direct international health within the United Nations system and to lead partners in global health responses. This is it. Let's move to next slide. WHO was established by Constitution on 7th April 1948, which is commemorated as World Health Day. So we are celebrating World Health Day on 7th of April every year. Also, its first meeting of WHA, that is World Health Assembly, the agency's governing body, took place on 24 July same year 1948. Alright, so it was established on 7th April 1948 and its first meeting was on the same year, in the same year 1948 on 24th July. WHO incorporated the assets, personnel and duties of the League of Nations, Health Organization and the Office International Hygiene Public, including the International Classification of Diseases. So, its work began in earnest in 1951 following a significant infusion of financial and technical resources. So when its work was started in 1951. Alright, next, its flagship publication, the World Health Report, provides expert assessments of global health topics and health statistics on all nations, like who becomes first or second, like that. Alright, it assesses their progress. The WHO also serves as a forum for summits and discussion on health issues. So it is basically for health concerning activities. Okay. Also, there is one question that who is most at risk for the coronavirus disease. So WHO, according to WHO, people of all ages can be infected by the new coronavirus, that is 2019 and COVID. Older people and people with pre-existing medical condition such as asthma, diabetes, heart disease appear to be more vulnerable to become severely ill with the virus. WHO advises people of all ages to take steps to protect themselves from the virus. For example, by following good hand hygiene and good respiratory hygiene. Also, WHO has played a leading role in several public health achievements, like most notably the eradication of smallpox, the near eradication of polio, and the development of an Ebola vaccine. As we already know, a randomized trial for the vaccine began during the West Africa Ebola outbreak in 2015. When no other organization was positioned to run a trial in Guinea during the complex emergency, the government of Guinea and WHO took the unusual step to lead the trial. So what happened actually, WHO welcomes the European Medicine Agency announcement recommending a conditional marketing authorization for the RVSV ZEV GP vaccine, which has been shown to be effective in protecting people from this Ebola virus. So today this European agency responsible for the scientific evaluation of medicines developed by pharmaceutical companies is a key step before the European Commission decision on licensing. In parallel to this, WHO moved towards pre-qualification of the vaccine. What does this mean, pre-qualification? That is easy licensing, okay? So the conditional authorization of the world's first Ebola vaccine is a triumph for public health and a testimony to unprecedented collaboration between scores of experts worldwide. Who said this? Said Dr. Tedros Adhanom, who is WHO Director General. He said, "My deepest gratitude is to studies, volunteers, researchers, health workers in Guinea, other countries and Democratic Republic of Congo who have put themselves at risk to ensure people are protected with the vaccine." So in this way they worked, alright. Its current priorities include communicable diseases, particularly HIV, AIDS, Ebola, malaria and tuberculosis. Non-communicable diseases such as heart disease and cancer, healthy diet, nutrition and food security, also occupational health and substance abuse. So guys, WHO's primary role is to direct international health within the United Nations system and to lead partners in global health responses. So there are some current news, latest news as COVID-19. Because of COVID-19, there was a disruption in routine vaccination efforts for diphtheria, measles and polio, due to which 80 million children, about 80 million children undergone at risk of the diseases. So Gavi, WHO and UNICEF called agencies for jointly effort to safely deliver routine immunization and to proceed with vaccination campaigns against deadly vaccine preventable diseases. Let's move to next slide. This COVID-19 is disrupting life-saving immunization services around the world, putting millions of children, poor, at risk. So this stark warning comes from WHO, UNICEF and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, ahead of the Global Vaccine Summit on 4th June, at which world leaders will come together to help maintain immunization program and mitigate the impact of this. So guys, Gavi. This Gavi is Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization. It is a global health partnership of public and private sector organization dedicated to immunization for all. This Gavi was created to bring together the best of what key UN agencies, government, the vaccine industries, private sector and civil society had to offer in order to improve childhood immunization and cover poor countries to accelerate access to new vaccines. So this Gavi Alliance in 2008, the Gavi Fund, a non-profit organization based in US, and the Gavi Foundation were reorganized under Gavi Alliance. So Gavi Fund and Gavi Foundation was reorganized under the Gavi Alliance brand using the Gavi Foundation legal platform charity status in the US. So guys, this according to data collected by WHO, UNICEF, Gavi and Sabine Vaccine Institute, provision of routine immunization services is substantially hindered in at least 68 countries due to this coronavirus and affected approximately 80 million children under the age of living in these countries. So goal for 2019 to 2023 is to ensure that 1 billion more people have universal health coverage to protect 1 billion more people from health emergencies and provide a further 1 billion people with better health and well-being. So WHO and UNHCR, which is United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. It is United Nations agencies with the mandate to protect refugees, forcibly displaced communities and stateless people and assist in their voluntary repatriation, local integration or resettlement to a third country. So guys, this UNHCR is headquartered at Geneva, Switzerland. We are going to discuss this in our upcoming topics. You need to know what is the purpose of this UNHCR. So primary purpose is to safeguard the rights and well-being of refugees. In its effort to achieve this objective, UNHCR strives to ensure that everyone can exercise the right to seek asylum and find safe refuge in another state and to return home. So this India from 1981 has not signed the 1951 Refugee Status Convention or the 1967 Refugee Status Protocol. So currently it is not a permanent member. Also UNHCR funded entirely on voluntary contribution from governments, UN and pooled funding mechanism, intergovernmental institutions and the private sector. We work all year round to raise funds for programs and address new emergencies as they occur. So there was a joint forces to improve health services for refugees, displaced and stateless people. The agreement updates and expands an existing 1997 agreement between the two organizations, that is WHO and UNHCR. A key aim is to support ongoing efforts to protect 70 million forcibly displaced people from COVID-19. Around 26 million of these are refugees, 80% of whom are sheltered in low and middle income countries with weak health system. Another 40 million internally displaced people also require assistance. Now, global commitment to COVID-19 response. There was a global commitment, that is meeting of the 73rd World Health Assembly, its first ever to be held virtually. Delegates adopted a landmark resolution to bring the world together to fight with this COVID-19. The resolution, co-sponsored by more than 130 countries, was adopted by consensus. In his closing remark, WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom said, COVID-19 has robbed us of people we love. It's robbed us of lives and livelihoods. It's shaken the foundation of our world. It threatens to tear at the fabric of international cooperation. But it's also reminded us that for all our differences, we are one human race and we are stronger together. Now, WHO and International Olympic Committee decided signed an agreement to work together to promote health through sport and physical activity, as they think that this through sport activity, it will help lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and various types of cancer, including breast cancer and colon cancer. So guys, this is map for Costa Rica, and whose capital is San Jose, as you can see in the picture. And why I am giving you this map, because it is very important for current affair, and why it is in WHO section, because there is some link which I will tell you in next slide. So first, it is important to learn this because it is in news, right? So Costa Rica, which is Republic of Costa Rica, officially called as Republic of Costa Rica, is a country in Central America, and it is bordered by, as you can see in the map, it is highlighted with black dots, Nicaragua to the north, the Caribbean Sea to the northeast, Panama to the southeast, Pacific Ocean to the southwest, and also Ecuador to the south of Cocos Island. So you need to learn this surrounding places or ocean or sea, you can say, so that you can, if it will come in your exam, you can do it. Alright, so let's move to the news. WHO and Costa Rica preview technology, which will officially launch the platform on coming 29th May. Here, on that day, a solidarity call to action will be published on WHO's website, where governments, research and development funders, institutions and companies can express their support. Why? To combat COVID-19. The solidarity of all the WHO's member states will be critical to ensuring the technology platform can be a meaningful tool for equitable access to COVID-19 health products. Alright, so this is in news because of this platform. Alright, so you need to remember this, and this will launch on 29th of this month. Their proposal relies on solidarity, said President Alvarado of Costa Rica. It's a solidarity call to action to member states, to academia, to companies, research institutions and cooperation agencies based on global social responsibility on a voluntary basis, promoting more global non-exclusive voluntary licensing. So guys, WHO announces the launch of the WHO Academy app for this COVID-19, okay, to support health workers, and WHO Info app designed to inform the general public. With this new app, WHO is putting the power of learning and knowledge sharing directly into the hands of health workers everywhere. Dr. Tedros Adhanom, WHO Director General, said this. The app is built around the needs expressed by 20,000 global health workers in a WHO Academy survey conducted in March of 2020. So this app is important for your upcoming exams and in current affairs. So guys, let's revise what we have learned. Headquarter is Geneva, Switzerland. Its Director General Tedros Adhanom. Deputy Director Generals are Soumya Swaminathan and Jane Ellison. Also, its parent organization name is United Nations Economic and Social Council. Chairman Executive Board is Dr. Harsh Vardhan. Also guys, WHO, WHA, that is World Health Assembly, composed of representatives from all 194 member states, serves as the agency's supreme decision-making body. It also elects and advises an executive board made up of 34 health specialists. Okay, this WHO convenes annually and is responsible for selecting Director General, setting goals and priorities, and approving WHO's budget. The current Director General is Tedros Adhanom, who was Health Minister and Foreign Minister of Ethiopia. Alright, so when it came on 1st July 2017. WHO relies on assessed and voluntary contribution from member states and private donors. Why? For funding. For funding member states and private donors. Alright. So with this, we have completed the topic, and we are going to complete more topics. We are going to cover more topics in upcoming sessions. Thank you guys. Thank you for being a great viewer. And please do share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned.